simple culture definition mean is the way of or the living way of the society. Okay. Culture is basically the combination of two words, value and belief. Okay. Now, belief, you can say this is something norms and the belief of the society is known as culture. Now, what does it mean, value? Value is something you interact and you are expecting from someone whenever you are going to interact with anyone. For example, in our culture, this is the way that whenever you will meet to somebody who are older than you, you have different way to meet them. Might be possible you meet by saying immediately salam, okay, or a handshake, okay, or maybe some other ways, like you can put your hand on the heart, okay, just to give respect to someone who is older than you. Okay, this is something you do in that culture. And if let's say if you are observer, okay, and you are looking that kind of a scenario when a young man is meeting with some kind of an old man, you will expect that this young man or that man should meet this person like this. Okay, let's say if you are traveling to somewhere and there is a one chair, and if you see that there is a man who is have a age, let's say 50 to 60, and somebody who is quite young, like 18 or 20, you will expect that this person should give this chair to older man. Okay, this is something values. Okay, if people do this, it won't be something new for you, because everyone does this in your culture. But if anyone don't do this, you will say, or you will mind that this person should do all these stuff. This is a value of the man. Okay, so something you expect from someone when you are going to interact with someone, okay, you expect something. These are, or you are expecting some respect. These are the values of the culture. Okay, something that you can see. These are the values. And the norms are those which you can't see, like your belief. Like I believe in God, these are my norms, not the part of my culture. Okay, might be possible I am sitting with a person who believe in a different God, but I believe in a different God. We have a different norms, but whenever we meet, Shariz, what we will do, we will share culture with each other. Like what does it mean, the culture? If you remember, we said we have a different elements in the culture. Like we have a same cloth, we have a same language, okay, we have some kind of a same cuisine. Okay, these are all things you can say are the part of my culture. Okay, these are all the part of my culture values, not the norms. Norms are my basic belief which you can't see. You have a belief but I can't see, but the values I can see because this is the part of my culture. Okay, so if you remember, we discussed that we have some elements like food, cuisine, language, like we have an Urdu, and then specific kind of a symbol when you are going to say salam to someone, you have a different kind, and if you are greeting with someone, you have a different symbol. This is the part of our culture. Might be possible if you are sitting somewhere in Europe, okay, you will see different kind of symbols over there because they have a different culture. So that was our basic lecture we discussed in our last class. Right now, we have to discuss what is globalization. Okay, now diversity and the variation in the human behavior. The first point is globalization. What do you mean by globalization? The world is getting smaller and interconnected. Every activity, Shariz, you do not in that particular area or not in that particular border, okay, you do any activity which anyone can see across the border, known as globalization. For example, if you are sitting in Pakistan, if you are making a movie and you are going to upload it on a YouTube, you won't restrict your movie that the person who is just sitting in Pakistan can watch. No, you would say person who is sitting on this planet can watch that particular video. Okay, this is known as globalization. Some people share their language, like if you're sitting in Pakistan, you can watch English movies, any kind of a movie. Okay, those people are sharing their language, their culture by or through movies. Like if you are sitting in Pakistan, you will see PSL. Everyone sitting in the world can watch these games. This is a global event. Okay, this event don't have any kind of a limit. So every activity which move or pass through across all the border, okay, or crossing all the borders, known as globalization. Are you getting my point? Okay. Now the question is, what is global culture? What is global culture? McDonald. This is not a Pakistani brand. This is not an Indian brand. Okay, but they are sharing their products, sharing their organization culture to different countries. If you see, if they are operating in Pakistan or India, okay, you will see that this specific kind of a branch have a different kind of organization environment. Okay, they have a different culture. Okay, they are sharing the culture where they belongs to. Okay? So this is known as global culture. This is the way that how you share your culture with other people who are living in other country. Are you getting my point? So this is the globalization. Now the next term is cultural relativism. Okay, cultural relativism. Are you getting what is culture? Now the cultural relativism mean trying to understand someone else's culture from their lenses. Like for example, if you are sitting in Pakistan and you wanted to study the people who are living, for example, in India, for example, people who are living in a UK, okay, by sitting over here, you can't say that these people are doing great or these people are doing bad. Okay, might be possible we sometimes said that these people are not doing great. We can't observe those people, or you can't compare their activities with our culture activities. They have different activities. So if you want to study them, you have to study them according to their culture, according to their culture belief and according to their culture norms. Okay, and if you do this, then you can say realistically and correctly you can observe some people. There are so many movements like what is the name of LGBTQ, if you remember. So by sitting in Pakistan, you can't say this is a wrong movement, this is a right movement. If you wanted to see the right place and the right image of that movement, you have to sit in their culture and see what are the values and the norms of their society or their culture. Next is the important term, free from ethnocentrism and the judgment. You have to study, okay, you have to study them according to their cultural perspective, not by your own perspective. For example, if you said, Sharif, that for example English people are doing this and they are doing this and this is something haram in our religion. No, this is wrong. If you want to study them, you have to study their culture first. Okay, this is known as cultural relativism. Cultural relativism simple means the study of the people, okay, who belongs to different cultures, and we have to study them by their cultural lens, not our lens, okay, by their cultural lens. The next is multiculturalism. Describe the manner in which given society deals with cultural diversity. Based on underlying assumptions, members from a different cultures can coexist peacefully. Multiculturalism. Now, look, Sharif, some countries have a very multiculturalism society. Like for example, I read somewhere that London is the combination of 300 different cultures. You will find almost every person from almost every culture. Okay, so what they believe that people who belong to different cultures, they can stay together peacefully. Like if I talk about India, they have a multicultural people who are belongs to, you know, different cultures. Like you will find Hinduism might possible, they are in a dominant position, like 60 to 65%. You will find Muslim over there. You will find Christianity. You will find whatsoever Buddha religion, I guess. You will find Bakshu. There are so many religions who are operating there. What is multiculturalist concept? That if one culture is in a dominant position, they will not overtake others. Okay. If you talk about Pakistan, there is no acceptability. If you are doing wrong something or by mistake, and you have your hard luck, if you belongs to other culture, people will kill you, because there is no acceptability. If you are have some other religions point of views, or if you are belongs to other culture, people won't accept your mistakes. Okay, so you can say there are 97 to 98% Muslims, and they can overtake anytime. So Pakistan don't have any multiculturalism society, but over there in India, in UK, in the London, even you are coming from Dubai, you have might possible you have seen so many people who belongs to a different countries, different cultures, different society from different religions. They stay together peacefully. So this is the main concept from multiculturalism society. We discussed Shadi's 3 different things: globalization, cultural relativism, multiculturalism. Okay, so this is something diversity and the variation in the human behavior. Okay, so